Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to another, yet again, animated movie review today. Of course, I will be talking about the first slam dunk directed by Takehiko Inoue, which this is obviously, I didn't even know about this until after the movie when I saw it. But this was a manga that was written by the director in the 90s and also was adapted into a TV series and then adapted into a few relatively short films that he made. And yet here he is actually taking the reins as director in giving us the story of Ryota Miyagi, who's the point guard for the Shohoku basketball team, and him and his teammates' quest to win the high school championships for Japan and their school. In this film, I gotta say, once again, I mentioned this in my last review for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ninja Mayhem, but we've reached a point in animation where things are getting really, really interesting. And I think, especially being an anime, I think this is one of the most interesting and you could say best looking anime films I've ever seen. It's like a blend of that traditional 2D anime style with like a 3D. It almost looks stereoscopic. I don't know if it was, but it's just such a cool meld of these two styles together that still instinctually feels like an anime film in every single way. And the great thing about anime films is how heightened everything is. Everything's kind of, some emotions are over the top, but also so are the scenes that have a lot of legitimate tension, because I gotta say the basketball scenes in this are amazing, especially near the end of the game. It is some of the most nail-biting moments I've seen in any film, live action or otherwise, this year. And it's just incredible how heightened everything is in this film. It is very visceral in that sense, and I think it adds a lot to the story. But also, the way they're able to kind of externalize very internalized thoughts for a lot of these characters is really what makes us stand out and why the anime format works so well. And speaking of which, I mean, these characters really are quite good. This isn't, as much as this is a basketball film, it really is about Ryota and his story and getting to the point where he is. And man, it's a really compelling one. You can kind of see some of the points where the movie is going, but I still think there's so much genuine emotion that is built up through his character arc and watching his story unfold on screen. It's just absolutely incredible. And a lot of the other characters are really great too, though I do think they are a bit lacking in terms of development as opposed to him, except a couple where they really do get in depth on their characters. But just to see Inoue's manga come to life in this way, it feels like it's straight from the page to the screen. The way, he draws these panels and animates these characters in the frame. It really is quite impressive in so many different ways, but it also feels like something that's distinctly cinematic in that sense. So I really, really love the work that went on in the animation in this film more than anything. But as I said, there's a lot in the story to back it up, and some really heart-tugging moments that really kind of astounded me. I think there's a lot of clever writing here too, and how things are paid off. But I also think it does beg to ask a few questions, and not in necessarily a good way. I think there's some things that are either kind of glanced over or kind of missing from the narrative. I don't know if you'd have more clarity having had read the manga or watching the animated series or whatnot, because I believe all these characters are interconnected and it is the same universe. Nothing else is different. I think is just diving into different elements of these characters that maybe haven't been explored before in the manga or the anime. So I really wonder, if those moments were tightened up a bit better, how much more of an impact this would have made on me personally. It's just, nitpicks here and there just kind of bring it down for me truly loving this film. But regardless, this is a really, really good anime film, especially coming out of Japan. Something like this is really kind of unique and I don't know if I want to say unheard of, but certainly not anything I'm used to seeing. And I try to see quite a few anime films a year if I hear there's really good ones coming out. And since this got such a wide release, I knew I had to go see it. I did a double feature of this and TMNT Mutant Mayhem in the same day, and I actually saw this before Mutant Mayhem, so it's kind of funny how I switched the order of the reviews, but I really needed some time to just think about how I was going to approach this review. And I really don't have too much else to say except the animation's incredible. It's a really, really intense sports movie that the sports, I think, more than anything else, are very, very much in the forefront and very, very well constructed from a action standpoint. But the character work as well is nothing really to kind of slouch at. So yeah, I'm going to give the first Slam Dunk an 8 out of 10. Very, very pleased with this film overall. Really, if you guys have the chance to check it out, if it's playing in a theater near you, please go see it and let me know what you think, because I think this is one that might not get as much attention as some of these other films we've talked about this year, but certainly one that I think deserves to be checked out at the very least. So yeah, guys, if you've seen this film, let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this a hidden gem of cinema, you could say, that you think some other people should check out as well? Love to hear your thoughts. And of course, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're tuning in for the first time, please, would love for you to join this community where we talk a lot about a lot of great movies and music as well. So many more videos coming down the line. I'm still working on some video essays that I hope to get out fairly soon, but it is going to be a little bit of a tight work schedule, especially with the countdown for the top 100 albums of the 21st century, which we should be finishing out in the next few weeks here. So yeah, guys, please stay tuned for all that and more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy now.